So my mom recently told me the story about my grandmother that shook me. My grandmother used to be married to this man who she loved very much. He loved her. She wanted to have kids with him. He wanted to have kids with her. Somehow they could not make this work. My grandmother gave birth to a son, but every child after him died at birth. You can imagine how devastating this was, but things got even worse for her. His family decided that he should marry someone else. Keep in mind this was way back in the day, but eventually the husband decided to divorce her because she couldn't, quote, give him children. My grandma was devastated. They went to court. My grandma told the judge that she didn't want a divorce. The judge looked at her with pity and said, "There's nothing I can do. He wants a divorce." So the judge granted the divorce. My grandma left with the only child that she had. I think they agreed that it would be best. So not long after, my grandmother was introduced to another gentleman. He had been married before as well. They met. It was a match. Now, this gentleman was older, around 60 years old, but guess what? After 6 miscarriages in her previous marriage, my grandmother got pregnant and gave birth to my mom at 40, my uncle at 43, and my aunt at 45. My grandma used to say that she felt that being pushed out of her first marriage was the worst thing that could have ever happened to her. She didn't know that she was being pushed into her destiny. I like to ask myself this question often when things seem to be going south. Are you in the right place for what you want? Some of us will fight tooth and nail to stay stuck in quicksand. We can't possibly imagine that there could be a better scenario, a better outcome for us out there. When I ask God, life, for something, I always ask for what I want or better, this or better. My point is, try not to get stuck on one outcome. Always leave room for more. Always leave room for better.